Research result on the topic diagnostic of mental disorders in virtual reality, simulation of stressful situation. Modern Ukrainian society constantly face a number of challenges of the signification and leading factors that bring imbalance in all spheres of life is the war, which has been going on for years. Among the economic and social problems that require desire and solution now, there are also antidepressant psychological challenge. Moreover, this applies both to military personnel and to the civilian population. Chronic stress, traumatic events, prolonged uncertainty and risk to life led to a wide range of psychological reaction, from post-traumatic stress disorder to depression and anxiety. The relevance of the study of psychological status and reaction is confirmed by regular publication of study on the psychological consequence of military conflict conducted by the United Nations International Committee of the Red Cross and the World Health Organization. This report contains statistics on the prevalence of post-traumatic stress, depression, and suicide among military personnel and civilians in conflict zone. Institute of Psychology, Sociology, and Military Medicine of various countries conduct research devoted to the study of psychological problems of military personnel. The results of this study are published in scientific journal and reports on the basis of which they initiate exchange program of leading practitioner and improve rehabilitation program. However, a number of unsolved problems remain, which are connected with a difficult of standardizing all psychology problem and finding universally way of diagnostic them. The purpose, task, subject, and object are shown on the slide.
Slide 3 shows the mathematical problem to be investigated in this paper. Solve this problem for two cases: diagnostic and increase in the level of anxiety and ability to normalize your condition. Solving the problem of diagnostic psychological condition should be considered from two slides: the use of psychological tools, various tests and method, and the possibilities of information and computer technologies. The composition of these components is presented on the slide. In the context of this work, the experience of using VR technologies is interesting. In the period before the full-scale invasion of Russia on the territory of Ukraine, VR had already positively established itself in various spheres. The modern war gave a new impetus and open prospects for the development of VR, including in the field of psychology. We considered it relevant to use impressive technologies in psychology and psychotherapy for the treatment of various mental disorders, such as anxiety, phobias, post-traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, relief. VR can help people learn a new mechanism to overcome fears and improve their quality of life. That is why for use of VR should be an active tool of military psychologists.
Conduct research involves the consistent performance of assigned task. Operative teams were selected at each stage. The first task is real to conducting and summarizing the result of which are the basic for establishing the importance and understanding of the problem by the target audience. You can see individual research indicator on the slide. In addition, we should note that among the parts of the sample that recognizes the presence of psychological problems. Only 11% of respondents turned to a psychologist. Of the same time, almost 2% note that it is a shame to consult a psychologist. 4% of respondents do not have time to visit a psychologist. 4% of respondents do not have the financial opportunity, and 1% note the problem of lack of quality psychologist. Most respondents have experience using VR. This shows that VR technology can open up new possibility of application through a positive attitude towards them, which is especially important when it comes to the study of psychological state. An important question was whether the sample would agree to refuse a consultation with a psychologist out of necessity and give preference to VR technology. We consider the reluctance of the audience to refuse specialty consultation to be a complaint trend. Only 7% preferred to the use VR. We would like to emphasize that our research aim to show the VR technology are only an addition to that does not replace information and observation from the psychologist's side. In addition, with the help of a survey, we complete a list of phobias and pictures that allow you to have fun, which is important for the next scenario design.
The second task of the research was the need to find out exactly for VR affects the human psyche, which neurocognitive process involves then interesting with the virtual environment. Generalization are presented in the table of the slide. In addition, we note that the factors affecting the impact of VR. Longer VR sessions may cause more adverse effects. VR content can be both positive and negative, affecting the user's emotional state. Individual characteristics, age, experience, mental health are a person's reaction to VR. Virtual reality is a powerful tool that has great potential for use in various areas of the life. However, like any other technology, VR has its drawbacks. It is important to understand how VR affects the human psyche in order to use it safely and effectively. It is also important for creating treatment and diagnostic scenarios. The third task of the research was to create a potential therapy scenarios that can be translated into the virtual world and used to treat disorders such as phobias, post-traumatic stress disease, social anxiety, etc. Based on the results of the focus groups, we created 2 video series. The first series of videos which increase the level of anxiety and stress to diagnostic the cause of the influence of stress factors included images of war, destruction, shelling, and sound of sirens, exploding, crying children, what is currently relevant for the Ukrainian people. The markers for conducting the study, the heart rate, visual observation, and subsequent destruction of the videos with each respondent. You can use the results of the study on the slide. Conclusion, translating this video into virtual reality will allow working with stress, but under the supervision of a psychologist.
The second video series, which allows you to reduce tension and creates an environment for relaxation. The audience was asked to solve examples in 4 international. The level of mathematical task was the same everywhere. After each iteration, a relaxation video was uploaded. The obtained significance indicator are present on the slide. The object of the study were attention, fatigue, and tension based on the experimental data. It can be concluded that watching a relaxation video led to decrease in fact fatigue and tension, and the translation of such a scenario into VR will further accelerate this process.
The slide presents important elements that must be taken into account when creating VR scenarios. However, recommendations for a psychologist are important. For example, the psychologist must respond to change in the respondent's emotional state in real time. This may require adapting the tone of voice or the speed of the process. Markers should be a change in the heart rate. The psychologist must explain the technical and safety aspects for VR. For example, how to interact with the virtual world or how to stop the session. In VR session, it is important to constantly monitor to respondents' progress in the context of therapeutic task. The psychologist should provide an opportunity to pause if the respondent feels overloaded or uncomfortable, and be ready to end the series if necessary, etc. One of the significant disadvantages of any scenario is the inability to take into account individual characteristics, which is extremely important in the work of a psychologist. Therefore, we propose to provide for the possibility of interesting AI intelligence, which should allow adjusting the video based on the requirements of the recipient. AI, which currently has such a function, is shown on the slide.
The use of virtual reality to provide psychological assistance to servicemen shows significant opportunities for reproducing situations similar to real combat conditions. This helps psychologists work effectively with traumatic memories, anxiety disorders, and post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. Military personnel can practice stress coping strategies that improvise their psychological ratings and resilience to stressful situation. We consider this tool to be valuable in the determinant and prevent effectiveness of using simple marker in the diagnostic of mental states that can be applied in field condition.